What's up guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Aldo and today I wanted to share with you all my journey to a 3 kilos water cut. First question, what is a water cut? Well, you probably heard of the water cut for MMA fights, where fighters perform crazy, maybe extreme things to lose 5-10 kilos and then make weight. That's very useful because you're going to lose temporary weight for the weigh-in, and then once the weigh-in is over, you are going to recover weight, recover energy, recover strength, and so on. That's the same concept for powerlifting, except for the fact that after the weigh-in, fighters have 24 hours to recover, and that's plenty of time to recover from the crazy things they just did. As powerlifter, we have 2 hours before the competition starts, so that's not really a lot of time to recover. We have to be very precise and we cannot perform extreme things. Mind you that a 3 kilos water cut, like the one I did, is already considered kind of extreme. Let's just say there were a series of funny and interesting coincidences, and I found myself weighing 77 kilos 6 days out from my powerlifting competition, so I had to lose 3 kilos since I signed up for the 74 kilos weight class. A water cut is very different from a cut you would do by dieting, because the water cut makes you lose temporary water weight compared to the weight you lose by being on a caloric deficit. You're going to be able to see visible changes in your body composition, while in the water cut it's not really going to be very visible, maybe a little less water retention, but as soon as you start drinking and eating again, you are going to regain all of the water weight. Although, let's just say, for example, I want to lose those 2-3 kilos by Thursday because I have to go to the beach and show my abs. I want to do the water cut. Should I? Well, first of all, it's definitely not a fun thing to do. It's definitely very painful and not so healthy, so it's not even worth it. In the second place, there are no real visible body changes unless you're already kind of shredded. I hate to break it to you, but if you're not already kind of shredded, it ain't gonna work. Now, the way I wanted to structure this video is I'm going to show you all a mini vlog I recorded the week of the competition, so you guys can see what was going on in my mind throughout the entire week. And then at the end, I'll do a mini recap of how the competition went and so on. And then I will lay out the entire plan, all of the steps I followed for free, so you guys can reproduce, so you guys can do the same. I want to make one thing very clear: all of the advice you'll hear in this video come from my personal experience. I always advise to do these crazy things with an expert who knows how to safely perform these things. And yeah, that's it. Enjoy the mini vlog.
Good morning. Today is day 2 of the water cut. I forgot to record yesterday, which was the first day, and actually the most epic one, since I drank 9 liters of water. My throat already hurts and I'm super thirsty, so let's start the day. Let's see what's gonna be the weight for today. I think, since I'm loading both water and sodium and carbs, I'm retaining a lot of water, so the weight should be higher. Yesterday I weighed 77.1 kilos. So let's see today. What? Guys, I don't know what happened. I was stuck at 77 for 5 days. to the point that I was actually very, very worried. What? Yesterday I ate even more calories since I increased carbs. I'm not sure what happened, but I'll take the win, I guess. Hopefully tomorrow we don't get back up to 77, but that's starting to get really interesting. The plan for today is to drink 8 liters of water, 8 grams of salt, 280 carbs for a total of, I think it's 2200 calories. Day 3 of the water cut. I just woke up and I feel like I've already become a faucet man. Literally, I am going to the bathroom every 5 minutes. Like, there are times where I go to the bathroom, I piss, and then after a while I forgot I was pissing, and then I'll be pissing again. I don't know how to fully explain this because I don't fully understand what's going on. So, I don't know. Also, I noticed that these past 2 days, since I up the carbs by a lot, I looked myself in the mirror and I was full as fuck. Plus, I increased the water, and as I did that, I started going to the bathroom more often. So, these are very nice signals that my body is reacting super fast and actually very well to all of the diet and water changes. So, that's very nice. There we go. Good morning, day 4 of the water cut, last day. Actually, we still have tomorrow morning, but today is officially one day out from the competition. Today will be about hope that I'm on track with the weight, and we are about to find out, and hope that I'm able to survive today, since we are cutting pretty much everything. I think I still have to talk to my coach, but I think I'll be drinking 2 liters max of water, so that's gonna be it, and then 0 sodium. And since I'll be trying to eat 0 sodium, aside from the breakfast where I'll be eating 0.3 grams of salt, the rest will be 0 sodium. And because of this, we are changing the sources of the food. Basically, I'll be eating rice, chicken, some more chicken, and some nuts here and there. Then Greek yogurt now for breakfast with whey protein, and that's gonna be it. And aside from that, we are also lowering the calories. We're cutting some more carbs from yesterday, so we are at 100 carbs compared to 180 of yesterday, and then some proteins and some fats, and that will leave us to 1300 calories, which are dangerously low, but that's what it takes, I guess. I have to finish everything up by 5:30 p.m, so I have plenty of time to digest and to piss even more, I guess. And then tomorrow the weigh-in will be at 11:30, and we'll see. Alright. Well, I don't know how to feel about that. I want it to be a little less than, a little below than 76 kilos, so that today was gonna be easier, but I'm not sure. Okay, so spoke to my coach and we decided to keep the water at 4 liters, but I think I'm going to be able to do even less than that, since the prior days I wasn't really able to get to where he wanted me to go with the water. So I think for today the aim would be 2-3 liters maximum. Okay, breakfast is Greek yogurt plus mixed up with whey protein, and not gonna lie, it looks actually very nice and the smell is very good too, so we'll see the taste test. It's 5:45 p.m. Last bit of water, even though I don't think I'm gonna drink it all. I'm gonna leave it for tonight for the melatonin, and then officially last meal of the day, and actually the last meal before the competition. So turkey, olive oil, and then we have some nuts under. That's it. Good morning, guys. It's midday and there is a lot going on. I already weighed myself after waking up, and I was 75 kilos, and that was definitely not good. Now I went to the bathroom one more time, even something small, let's just say that. I showered, and we can see now where I'm at, but it's not looking super good, even though I said yesterday that 74.8.9 would be nice. But now that I see that shit in the weight scale, it definitely makes me feel nervous. Okay, well, I lost 100 grams. Nothing really relevant. Even though we are starting to get there, we still have a little less than 3 hours from now. So, and there is also the difference between my weight scale and then the scale at the competition. I usually weigh a lot less, from 300 grams to sometimes even 1 kilo less. So hopefully we are on the high range today. But yeah, that's it. I guess now I'm gonna pack things up, get ready, and we'll see what happens.
Alright, and from here I don't really have any more recordings, since I was already stressed enough for the meet. I couldn't really manage to do both. On my way to the competition, I chewed some gums and spit into a cup. That's to lose a little bit more of extra water weight by spitting saliva. And then once I got to the competition, I weighed myself the first time, and I was actually 74.04 kilos above. So I was 40 grams above the weight class. I had to take my sweatshirt, go for a 5-minute walk to sweat that extra water weight. And then I weighed myself the second time, and I made weight in, and I was 74.00 kilos. I was crazy. The 50% of the battle was over, and now I was very aware I had to win the second half of the battle, which was recovery. I started to reintroduce carbs, water, salt, and some proteins. So 3 general rules I followed for the recovery phase were: first, don't overeat, and that kind of failed, since I ate a little bit too much before the competition, and I was still digesting when I got to squats. So I pretty much squatted feeling still kind of foods in my stomach, and I definitely didn't feel at my best. Next time I know how to fix this. Then the second general rule was to avoid food that contain fats, because fats will slow down your digestion, and you definitely don't want your digestion to be active during your max attempts. Then the third and final rule was to save the sugary type of foods, basically candies, honey, sugar, for the end of the competition, because that's when you are the most tired, deadlifts are coming up, and that's the heaviest in terms of energy required. So that's when you really want that energy spike. I see a lot of people eating candies, honey at the beginning, so you have that initial energy spike, but then as the competition intensity goes up, your energy goes down, and that's definitely not a pleasant combo. On paper, it was my best ever meet, since I PR'd on total and I PR'd on bench press, but I feel like I could have done so much more, and this water cut actually, despite managing it as well as possible, prevented me from giving my true best. It was definitely an experience, I wanted to try it, but in the end I realized it's not worth it unless you train with numbers where you can place top 3 minimum in your, if not winning the entire competition, in your weight class. Then I will consider staying kilos above your weight class and then doing these water cuts. But if you're grinding, if you're trying to catch up to the other guys, preventing yourself from giving your true best, it's not really worth it. It's just better at this point to get to the next weight class, and that's exactly what I'm going to do from next week. I'm going to the next body weight class, which is the 83 kilos. Alright, the moment you guys have all been waiting for. Here I have my laptop, so I can read out the plan I followed. First loading day was Wednesday, and that morning I weighted 77.1 kilos. As I told you, I had to lose 3 kilos of body weight. I actually started loading the day before, so Tuesday, because I didn't really want to do crazy jumps from one day to another. Since I used to drink 4.5 liters of water, Tuesday I drank almost 7 liters, so that the next day I had to drink 2 liters more than that, so 9 liters, the peak of the loading. 9 liters of water, 9 grams of salt, so that I have 1-to-1 ratio, water and salt, and then 280 carbs. As I told you guys, I was also loading carbs. I kept proteins and fats the same. Then the next day I already started to weigh less to lose some water weight, since as you drink more, you will start to go to the bathroom way more. So you already start to lose some water weight. And then, as you can see, as we were getting close to the competition, I was lowering the water, the salt and the carbs, so my body started to flush. And Saturday I was 76 kilos, and I kind of panicked since I was still 2 kilos above the weight class one day out, so that was definitely very scary. I trusted the plan at that point. And then Saturday was the last day where I cut pretty much everything. I drank 3 liters of water and finished all of the macros by 5:30 p.m. Mind you that I used to dinner at 8:30 p.m, so 5:30 is very early for me. That day I also ate 100 carbs, 0 salt, so my body literally flushed everything I drank. And then, as I was saying, 100 carbs, 130 proteins, which is lower than what I'm used to, the 170 proteins I'm used to, and then 40 fats. That day I ate around 1300 calories. I think that's very low for me, but if it's done for one day, it's still fine. Even though I have the theory that if I ate more, for some reason I would have lost a little bit more weight. So that's a theory. I'm not sure if it's real. That's it for the plan and for the video. Hope you guys learned something. the things you learn will help you in your own journey. I'll catch you all in another one.